realise these higher ups worship Satan. Yeah? They're ungodly people. They don't believe in God. They're what it is. They do actually know God exists. But what it is, they push the vibration on the earth that God don't exist. Because what they want to turn everybody to Satan. So they can take as many souls as possible. Because what you've got to realise is everybody's got a spirit in their body. Do you believe that?
Yeah. No,
Right, because when you put your hand on your forehead, you feel it's warm. That's where your spirit
No,
dwells.
I do believe that.
Right.
Last month I got hit by a bus.
My gosh.
And the second I got hit, when I fell on the floor, I was conscious, I was fine, but as I was getting hit, as I got hit, it was all black and it felt like my soul literally left my body. And then when I fell back to the ground, I was conscious again. It was the most weirdest experience. This was Hornsey Rise.
Yeah.
Which is up
My
there.
gosh.
Yeah, I was on the zebra crossing as well.
Right.
It just hit me. But it was the scariest thing, and I literally felt like I blacked out.
What? Not fall. It could have been fall.
I literally flew on the floor.
You stopped the bus though.
The bus stopped.
Oh, obviously. Because,
Yeah, I'd be dead.
You know what I mean?
But 15 miles per hour. It was,
Wow. Look at the bus. That's
that
fast.
was the speed it was going.
My gosh.
And it's not that fast, but for a bus,
No, but
it's
the
quite,
impact of you going against the bus,
exactly,
the force level.
And I was shocked. As soon as I got hit, it was literally, I blacked out, and then I dropped on the ground, and I was back. I was there. It was the scariest.
But it wasn't your time to go, you see.
Ambulance came.
Yeah, because you were lucky because the Lord, He could have just made that bus keep going. Run over, I see a guy getting hit.
I've been practicing like quite a while, and I have like tried to take my life, and I stopped trying because I realized that it wasn't my time. It wasn't my time. I tried a lot of different ways, a lot of different methods, and I kind of came to terms with the fact that I'm not supposed to go right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Because sounds like you've been going through a lot, man. She's only 19 and look at her life.
No, unfortunately, no. I would have loved to stay in school, but I wasn't financially able to. So.
You live with people.
I live with my mom and my brother.
Yeah. She's only 19 and look at her. This is not how a soulful person at 19 should be living and all this stress. It's because of society, the vibration on the earth is totally safe.
I communicate well with my mom. My brother's in a love-hate relationship.
Was he older or younger?
He's older.
How much older?
He's 22 in June.
Okay, so he's not that much older.
Yeah.
About 3
years.
3 years older.
So what attracted you to stand here and talk? The layout or his dress code?
Just interesting. I like talking about this stuff. I find it interesting.
How about you, sir? What about God?
You know me already. You just talking about the Israelites. So you're talking to your kinship.
So you know you're an Israelite. What tribe?
Well, I associate myself with Ishmael.
Oh?
Ismail.
He's an Arab.
Ismail.
He's not an Arab. He's not an Israelite. So you're a bit confused. Anyway, got any questions?
Did you have a religion?
No, because if you look at that word religion, it comes from a Latin word that means religio. It means to hold down. That's what it does. That means that Satan is the prince of the air. When the truth comes out, Satan seeks to blow the air because he doesn't like the truth. Yeah? He doesn't like the truth.
How long are you going to be here for?
As long as the spirit keeps me, it's a spiritual thing, you see.
So what's all the UFO stuff?
Yeah, this is, if you see that UFO.
Good work, man.
Yeah.
One love. All the best.
Thank you,
See, the government knows. You see these things here, the government knows what they are.
Yeah, but see, that's what I thought. Even, let's say, 3 years ago, they would deny the fact that there are any sightings of UFOs. But in 2020, they finally admitted to sightings of UFOs.
Why is that though? Why do you think that is?
I don't actually know.
Right, because they know there's going to be a visitation.
Right.
So they're getting the people
So
ready
they-
for it.
yeah.
Right, that's what they do. They're showing the movies, ID, Independence Day.
Right.
Right? War of the Worlds. This is what they're preparing the people for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Right? When people are going to start to see, I've seen it. They're going to start to see it and they're going to think, what are they? I thought the government said that they're going to have a disclosure soon.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is what Jesus Christ is going to make. They know that, the government knows that. And it tells you in the Bible that how they said about the Egyptians. How did the Jews get out of Egypt? What helped them get out? Did you know they had the fire?
Wasn't it like something to do with Moses or something?
Yeah,
It was
Moses
punishing
led
the
them out.
people, like punishing like the Egyptians or something like
Yes,
that.
yeah. So the Egyptians got punished because who did they have in slavery?
Jewish people.
Not Jewish. Jewish is one tribe. The
Right,
Jews.
Jews, right.
Yeah, but it's the Israelites.
Right,
There's
right,
12
right.
tribes of Israel.
Right.
The Jews is only one tribe.
Okay.
Judah. Right? So you see
So
these,
what are the other
these are all Benjamin, that's where I'm from, a Benjamite.
Right.
Levi,
Right.
Simeon, these are all the sons of Jacob.
Right.
Jacob had 12 sons. And his name, when he wrestled the angel, he changed his name to Israel. Israel goes back to a Hebrew word called Yasha Allah.
Right.
He's the prince, it means the princes of God. So the blacks, Hispanics and all that, we are the princes of God.
Nice.
Yeah? That's why you see blacks, they do everything better.
Yeah, that's it. I have realised one thing, that black people go to church a lot more than white people. I've realised that the majority of black people that I know are way more religious than white people.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe because they know the truth, I guess.
We have a connection, we have
Yeah.
affinity because he's the God of us.
Yeah.
He's our God. White
See,
people's
that's
God.
the thing, yeah. See, because when I was I say to like my friends that we haven't spoken in a long time. When I was in school, there was this girl. My family like were really into Christianity, and it was really nice because it was like a family. And when I was staying over, like they welcomed me into their family.
What is this, a black family? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But whereas like with white people, even if they're Christian, they're still really like they're not as welcoming, and they push away more, and they're not, you know what I mean?
Maybe it's more of a facade. Maybe it's more of a look. A look
Yeah.
like I'm a Christian. Because when you say you're a Christian, that makes you look more like a loving
Yeah.
and kind and so
Yeah.
right? So it's actually people who are Christian. The Christians are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and maybe. You see when people use that term loosely, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Christian.
And they don't actually, yeah.
Yeah, we've got to realise that word Christian, it comes from a Greek word Christos, that means the anointed. The anointed ones. And the anointed ones are the Israelites, God's chosen, because God has a chosen people, contrary to belief. And what they teach today is God's children are everybody. And that's a lie.
Right.
Right? Because we know the Israelites, the Egyptians was drowned, as we spoke. The Egyptians got drowned. So if they was God's people, why would he drown the Egyptians if they were his people?
See, that's what I was thinking. I was actually gonna say that because everyone says, oh, it's easy to be. Oh, anyone can have any religion, and they will. So anyone can say that they're in a religion, but they won't actually practice the religion.
Right.
And I find it just strange to
To claim that, yeah?
to claim that you're religious or something when you
Don't practice.
You don't,
Right.
Not only do you not practice, but you kind of just disrespect the religion. You know, like people like they either they take things or they drink all the time. It's like,
Yeah, but there's no-
this isn't really respecting.
Yeah, but you've got to realise, when you're talking about actually taking on the laws, there's nothing wrong with drinking wine. Everything's got to be done in moderation.
Yes.
Right? Did not Jesus change water into wine? To make it good, right? So there's nothing wrong with it, but it's got to be in moderation. You see what I mean?
See, I was thinking more along the lines of, so I have a friend, and he takes substances, so speed, whatever.
As in what? What do you
He
mean?
smokes weed and stuff like that, whatever. He takes this and that, and he's fine with it. He's like, okay, yeah, but when it's around this time of year, he's like, oh no, don't talk to me about that. I'm fasting. But then once he stopped fasting, he's like, oh yeah, let's take
Hypocrite.
some, right?
Yeah.
Let's take some drugs,
What-
let's
what-
take acid.
oh, so he's a Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he literally he does everything. He's taken MDMA. He's taken.
Just say
He
something, a lot of
smokes
substances.
substances,
Right.
right.
But what it is, he
And-
is a hypocrite
Right.
because he don't even believe in his own so-called religion.
Right, but that's the thing. Because like, see, that's why I say that I'm a spiritual person because I've taken LSD here and there.
Okay.
Because it for me it helps me kind of like
Stay better, yeah?
it actually opens my mind. It makes me a lot more open-minded,
Okay.
and it helps me see things from different perspectives, and it helps me kind of like see my own life from a third-person point of view and see what I'm doing
It's like
right.
an out-of-body experience.
Right,
Okay.
right. And so that's why I take it to like kind of try to better myself, you know. But I would never say, oh, I'm a Christian because I find
You'd be a hypocrite by
Right,
saying that.
right, yeah.
Because you're doing everything opposite to what
exactly.
under
Right.
Christianity umbrella.
That's why I just say I'm spiritual because
Okay.
I still believe, but I can't put myself in that
Okay,
box.
yes. Right, okay, so you're spiritual. That's a good thing. But the bad thing is, when you're taking substances, you're defiling your temple.
Yeah.
Because when you're taking these MDMA, crystals or whatever, when someone smokes weed, right, it's changing the chemical disposition of it there. You know, and the lungs wasn't created for... See what I mean? And it tells you that. So when they do all that stuff, they're defiling your temple. And God said if the temple belongs to him. Because they say that Jesus died for everyone. Remember, he died for the world. Yeah, for all our sins.
Well,
Right?
can I put you up to
Anything you want to say,
they
that's
say-
what I'm here for.
Yeah, so they say that Jesus died for our sins, but yet they're still, but they still say we go to hell if we do that. Do you see what I?
Hell is just, see what I mean, there's fables. You've got to realise, when Christianity, put it this way, when the so-called Caucasians took over the church, because the church originally was, so like black people, right? Like you said, we're connected to God, so we actually did not distort the doctrine sort of thing. When they said about, see the first thing is when they took Jesus away, they gave us this guy here.
Right.
They gave us the white man, yeah? They gave us the Caucasian man, yeah? Huh? What your pom-poms out, sis? No, really, don't know cheerlead. Yeah, right, that's right. I think you were joking, but you know, she wouldn't stand there and listen for even 5 seconds.
No, yeah,
But she walked
that's
past and
right.
cheerlead.
I'm not listening, but I agree with everything.
No, the word what I said. I agree, it looks good. So I just agree, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, our people are different. What was you saying?
But my mum had, so they gave us that man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my mum had a really interesting concept that she thought, so this was her concept on heaven and hell.
Yeah.
She said she doesn't believe that that when we die, we go up or we go down, whatever. She thinks that the life that we're living right now is our hell or heaven.
She's got that right.
Her
That part she's got
concept.
right.
Her concept is, so when you were mentioning about reincarnation, her concept was that if you had done very bad in your past life, the life that you have now will not be a good life because you're kind of like paying back for the
Got
shit
that
that
right
you did
as well.
before,
Got
right?
that right,
Right?
yeah.
So that's what. So she said to me, she said, I must have been such a terrible person because my life is terrible.
Oh.
But she said that's why I'm trying so hard to be a good person now.
This
so
life,
it's
so our life will
right,
be
right,
better than
right.
Yeah, that's how it works. Your mum has got a good concept because it's in the Bible. And the other thing you said is that the spirit does go back up in the
Right.
body. Because like I'm saying, it's
And
energy.
it's judged by them.
Right, yeah.
Right.
The energy we've got, you can't get rid of that energy. So it's got to go somewhere. So
Yeah.
it says that what's the one thing? Animal spirit go down. come
Right,
back
because
there.
I know what you're saying. So once the soul leaves the body, obviously it has to.
I'll just quote it. It says that the animal spirit goes down, but the human spirit goes back up to Christ.
Right.
And that's where your judgment is. When you're up there, you get judged.
Yeah.
Then you pay the judgment out on earth.
Right,
That's
like
what-
purgatory.
Yeah, there's a place where you go, like, yeah? It's like the spiritual realm. Yeah, that's where the Most High dwells now. That's the one they call Jesus Christ is coming back into the spiritual realm. They know it's there, it's in the firmament, in the darkness. Yeah? But I was going to say something. It's lost my train of thought. Yeah, the hell. You got to really hell is like sitting under it's a condition. Like was it Martin Luther King? No, the other one. Malcolm X said the white man's heaven is a black man's what?
Hell.
Hell.
Right.
Right. Because we're the only ones that get near and unmet for 9 to 10 minutes. We're the ones that get shot 45 times. We're the ones that are filling up the prison.
Yeah, no, yeah.
See what I mean? So that's hell to us. That's a condition. We're in a condition of hell. So like 400 to 500 years of free labour.
Right.
This is hell.
Yeah, yeah.
This was hell.
And it was our
It's a condition. It was your heaven.
Yeah.
This society was built off of heaven.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Rulership. You got to realise there's three heavens. Yeah? But like we said, heaven is a rulership. We've got the heavens where the birds fly, then we've got the outer firmament heaven where
Michael Jackson's
Jesus.
not hell.
Huh?
Michael Jackson's not hell.
Michael Jackson.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
there's a picture of Michael Jackson near where that 666 poster is.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
What's that got to do with that?
666 Hill's number.
Have you heard of the Mono Canute? The Mono Canute. It means the horn fingers. This there, we see people do this, ooh, you see
Yeah.
Bush and all them. What it is they're worshipping Satan. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, so when you talking about Michael Jackson?
Because Michael Jackson's picture's on the same.
Yeah, because he worships Satan. How do you think he got his record contract?
Well, it's all the same.
You got to do blood sacrifice. See what I mean? So you got to know what you're talking about before you come up here to work Michael Jackson. Why do you think his face was black at one time and all of a sudden he's a white boy?
Bleaching.
Because it's satanic. He had to do all that as rituals.
Wow.
You see what I mean?
So it wasn't just a paedophile then, it was something else as well.
And they got paedophilia is one of the rituals you got to do.
Wow.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is all in this
He was
society.
actually killed by his doctor.
Right, and
He
his
was
doctor.
killed by his doctor. Yeah, I remember. His
Yeah.
doctor drugged him.
And he had to do that because they said, look, you've got to drug him. You take the fall, and we'll make sure your family is good.
I watched the interview though. That doctor was really dodgy. That doctor
Yeah,
was
because
so
remember,
dodgy.
if you're under
He,
pressure.
would, no, he was saying stuff like, "Well, I loved Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a brother to me," but he was, when he was saying it, he had no emotional space. It was really strange. Yeah.
They
And
don't
then,
realise. Have you heard of a Manchurian candidate? They've got techniques, they've got brainwashing techniques what they can do. They can make you so like you now, they will take you as you're young or take you to a room and they've got all these mind controls where they can, because you know what the German scientists was doing back in the World War II? They was doing all these experiments, mind brainwashing and all that. And now they got it down to a T now. They can brainwash you. I call it brain dirty because washing is something what you clean.
Yeah.
I call it brain dirty. They can brain dirty
put
you.
something in your mind.
Yeah, they can do that, right? And it was called a Manchurian candidate back in the day. They got Harvey Oswald Jr. to shoot, what's his name? One of the presidents. What, he said
Oh, right,
Kennedy,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the Kennedys, right? And all they do is they ring and they say a certain phrase. The kitchen is open. And they go into a charge. They'll pick up the gun and do it.
See, that's what, again, my mum was saying about how, the terror, the whole terrorist community, how that's basically what they do. They bring people under their wing, telling them that they're gonna help them, give them a really bright future, but in reality, they're just, again, brain dirtying them to make them obey to their
Yeah,
rules and then shoot whoever they want,
It's mainly Muslims that do that, isn't it? Because when you look at that Muslim faith, they tell them they get 70 virgins when they go to paradise.
Yeah.
You know? And it tells you that the Ishmaelites are going to be like wild people. Because if you try to bomb around yourself and go and blow yourself up, you've got to have some sort of mentality for that, innit? And they do it just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it tells you that, like I'm saying, everybody's got a spirit in them, what the most God put in them. Yeah? It gives Ishmael that wild spirit. They go to so-called blacks. Like you said, you go to blacks because they believe in God. We're a kind and loving people. When the so-called look at a lot of these cases when so-called black people get killed, their family get killed, and their family goes to court. They always say, "Oh, we forgive them," and they're going to go and hug. They want to go and hug the person that killed the family.
No,
Could you imagine the so-called?
It's over now, like, you know.
Could you imagine the Caucasian person doing that?
Oh, definitely not. No.
They want
Definitely not.
judgment.
want war.
Yeah, they want retribution.
I literally, like, I see, so on Instagram, if there's like, something about how someone did this and did that, you see comments, and then mostly just white people saying, oh, that man deserves to die. Oh, that man.
Right, yeah.
Why is it okay for someone to you know, lose their life because they made someone else lose their life? Like, just because someone else is, let's say someone kills someone,
Yeah.
why is that okay for them to die because of that? They will be punished whilst they're alive. The karma will come to them naturally whilst they're alive.
Right.
It shouldn't be forced by another human being.
Okay.
You know, like death penalty.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I do not believe that one person should decide the fate of another person's life. I don't agree with that. That's wrong.
But that's your own beliefs, isn't it? What does
Yeah.
God say? No?
That's it. Yeah, I don't know.
God
What-
says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Oh, fair enough.
See what I mean?
So, right.
Right,
So
there's
if
laws,
you,
and
right,
if
right.
you kill someone,
Then you deserve.
you deserve.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I-
What's giving you the right to go and take a life?
To take a
and then
right.
you'll be walking around, you know what I mean? Whether you be in
But
prison.
your life won't be easier from then on.
But you don't know that because you don't know the character of the person. What about the serial killers? You think he's walking around thinking about, oh, I should have done that. He's thinking about the next victim. See what I mean? Because there's different spirits in
People
people.
like that, I don't believe in death penalty, like I said. I do believe that, yeah, locked up for life, okay, but why? Again, so one person so person A kills person B. Why should person C decide if person A should die or not?
Because you've got to have judges. Otherwise you've got anarchy. Otherwise you have anarchy. That's once again causing anarchy. See what I mean? Because you've always got higher ups. You've always got people like judges. You've got to have judges. Because this society now has become chaotic. Because the people are ruling are not judging righteously. You've got to have righteous judgment. Just like we talked about cancer. If you've got cancer, you can't get rid of
Just specks of it, right, yeah.
99.9% of it. You've got to get rid of everything. And that's why in this society now, the Lord is gearing up to make a new style. You know, factory settings. Go and get your phone.
Yeah.
Factory settings. He's going to factory set this society because, as we talked about, the people that are ruling are not natural rulers of the earth. That's why the earth, you've got birds falling out the sky, you've got the whales bleaching themselves. But the rulers are the Israelites. This earth was made for our sake. Yeah? Because like you said, we're more closer to God. And with God, you've got rules. You understand? And they're righteous rules, because God's rules are righteous. There's nothing bad about his rules.
Yeah.
Everything he does is righteous.
But you know, one thing I do believe is that, for example, like in the medical sense of things, when people ask for help mentally and
Yeah.
they get pushed away and pushed away and pushed away, that does bring someone to do those kind of things. And for them to finally get punished because of that, because, you know, they needed the help that they didn't get,
Yeah.
so they went AWOL and lost the plot, and now
Yeah.
they deserve to die because of that. You know, no, it's not always like that, but it is a lot of people who are like serial killers or murderers or whatever. They come from very troubled backgrounds,
Right.
and they didn't get the help they needed.
Right.
And because they didn't get the help they needed, they're punished. And I don't find that fair.
Let me show you what God says about that. Because I read what the scripture says. This is
Because my dad has schizophrenia.
Oh,
My
okay.
dad's schizophrenic, and he's not a great person. He's in prison, and if he had the death penalty, I would be, you know, I would go insane. For me, I wouldn't find that fair because he needs help. He doesn't need to die. He needs to be helped.
Yeah.
You know, like death is such a it's it's so easy to just kill someone, but it's better to help people. You know, why do we have to just end people's lives? Why can't we just help them? You know,
Yeah, but-
but then if
yeah.
we help everyone, then we're bettering the society instead of, oh, look, if you're a bad person, death penalty. Go away. That's not going to make people better.
Yeah, but what I can explain to you, there is a people on the earth that was created
To
be,
do that, to
be-
make that chaos.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chaos and
Yeah.
thingy. So how can a leopard change his spots? Right, and the Bible says that a man that is created to do evil and be wicked. It's a balance. You gotta have hot, you gotta have cold, you gotta have left, right, up, down. This is balance. And that's what he says. The Bible talks about, let me read something. This is Isaiah 45 and 7. This is what God says. I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I the Lord do it. So basically it tells you that God has Jesus Christ on his right hand side and he has the devil on his left hand side. Both of them are his sons. And when people don't do his laws and his commandments, because the world is set up in a way, if everybody come back to God and started doing God's law, this whole world would be in order. You see what I mean? This is why he gave these laws, because it's not only govern a society, it governs the world. You understand? There's a vibration. The world has got a, you see the way that the world is? There's a vibration that there was a thing called the land Sabbath. Even the land itself, it tells you the trees. The North American Indians, what they used to do, they used to live on the land for a year, right? And they would move, right, to another part of the land, so that land replenishes. And when they come back, everything is fruitful again. See what I mean? There's even laws like that. Everything is governed right. But this society is about, like I told you, this the people that rule the planet, they're about chaos. Yeah? This is how they create their society, about chaos. Chaotic, it's not even order. So the one they call Jesus Christ, the black guy, I say black guy, yeah, because you know I'm talking about, he's going to come back and put everything back in order. And what it means is when the people of this world don't believe in the one called Jesus Christ, they don't believe it exists because the people what are ruling just don't believe in Jesus Christ. Because they were created for not to believe in him. You see what I mean? Their God is Satan. You see what I mean? This is why they do stuff against. They're the adversary. They do things against God. See what I mean? So you could be an advocate for, I don't think this should be, it's good, it's a good mentality, but it's not the mentality of the majority of the people. The majority of the people is do what feels good, do it to thy will. That's one of Alistair Crowley's, one of his main quotes. Do it to thy will. Yeah? Because we only got one life. What do they say? YOLO?
And why it's 6? Because 6 not exist or what? Because 5 is repetition for the human hand. Marijuana telling us for this. After 5, that marijuana leaf exists for human existence, we have it number 6, which is upside down, which is equal to 9 and other side. So up and down. Get it? Number 7 will be a lucky one. It called you magic. You can win that. And then the number 8, it's infinity. If you put it down, it's a sign of infinity, yeah? Which is coming before 9. Got it?
Yeah.
Which is coming before 9. Which is literally the same, almost not exist, because if you take it 8 is coming back to 7. Because 9 is upside down of 6. But anyway, it's so lovely all of that. It's lovely to talk about this. And I hope we can start teaching this in schools like this.
You won't get it in school. They teach about satanic things in school now. It's all about the worship of Satan.
Yeah, the schools are horrible. They are kicking out today the children, and they teach your children how to literally almost slave. Because if you're not gonna do what they say, they will kick you out.
Yeah.
And so what is that?
Conditioning.
Yeah.
It's conditioning.
Conditioning.
Yes.
This is called discrimination crime. They are conditioned.
That's the whole
What it
society.
would-
The whole society, if you don't do what you're supposed to, then
Well,
you
we
think
have to
down.
stand up like children do it.
And that's
Yeah.
why
Go
they're
in
going
and
to put
ask
that in you.
for help.
That's why they're going to put that
That's
in
why,
you.
thank you so much, brother, to do all of this.
They're going to put that in you. That's why they want you conditioned. They want you under their
That's
rock
what they
charge.
wanted of condition. They allowed everything smoke, tobacco, bad stuff. Marijuana no. Why? Because marijuana is 5 fingers of the human. Watch that, even middle one, for no reason, brother, sister, found. Because of the middle of marijuana leaf, which is we keep praying for it.
Yeah. But you're not supposed to smoke it, you're supposed to eat it.
Not supposed, it will not say those who not use it. If you use, you will never say someone not supposed. Because the way you come to marijuana, it's a peace open card.
Yeah.
If you moment for the money, for success, you will never find a way what is the human existence. That's why we've got artificial wars exist.
Yeah, because
Okay.
everyone just wants power. Everyone they want to rule, they want power, they want to be in charge. But yeah, no, I agree.
Children, adults and elderly, 3 Holy Spirits. Children, newborn, children, adults, elderly. Adults don't want to be sisters, brothers. Them are in the middle. Marijuana know about that. That's why North American people coming to stand up for all of us. But they killing them again and put it what? One gun around. To do what? Pedophilia exists for many years by now. And they come and kissing their proper links. Them are all cuckoo now. I don't think so. They look like shopping lists. And this is actually really upsetting because we're not allowed telling this in schools to children.
Believe in the Bible?
I believe in only good things.
No, you don't believe in the Bible then?
If you think Bible is
What
good,
country
I
you
do
from?
believe.
You know what I mean? That's philosophy. You know what we call that? That's wine. You see like wine, and someone drinks
Yeah,
wine?
yeah.
It's like a philosophy, you know? I got a clue what she's talking about.
That's what we do.
You know what I mean? I don't have a clue what she's talking about, but it sounded good. You know what I mean? It sounded like she knew what she was talking about. But that's what I'm trying to say, there's no order.
Yeah.
I asked her about God. She says, I believe something, you know? This is there's so many different philosophies and fables people walking around. But
Yeah.
why not just stick to
Right,
what's been written?
Right,
Yeah?
right.
Thou shalt not murder. Why don't we stick to that?
Yeah.
Right? If we stick to thou shalt love thy brother as thy love thyself.
But I also believe that one should help another
The
when
Bible's-
indeed,
yes,
like,
yes.
yeah.
Supposed to help each
Then
other.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like more based on society kind of stuff, like the NHS, they barely help, you know, because it's a free thing, so they won't help the men. People pay for it. Even we are taxed and stuff, but you know what I mean. So they don't really care as much. If I went to an actual like a paid psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever, they would actually